Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to get fired from one of the greatest tech companies out there, Google. Just in case you want to figure out how to get out of the machine, but you're not really sure how to go about it. You may think it's very simple, right? Underperform and get kicked out, show up late, get kicked out, write a line of code and get kicked out. I mean, if you don't pour your blood, sweat, and tears into the Google pool, you will definitely get kicked out, right? Well, actually, it's much simpler than that.
Step 1. Research. You want to back up your claims as best you can, so make sure to check out as many sources as you can while forming your memo. Step 2. Write. Write a zero draft of your thoughts and concerns. Make sure the core ideas you have about diversity and equality are all in there, despite as crass as it may sound. Step 3. Proofread. Now, there are going to be a lot of eyes on this paper. Each line is going to be dissected word for word, so you need to spend quite a bit of time making sure you outline exactly what is your opinion, exactly what is generalized, what is not, and pretty much everything, so people can't just take bits and pieces and put them out of context. Step 4. Proofread again. Think you're done? Wrong. Let the document sit for a while and come back to it with fresh eyes. Bring it to some trusted peers for some extra feedback as well. Step 5. Proofread again. Seriously, did you think you were done? No. One more time. Go back to the paper and make sure it's as polished as the top of the Chrysler building.
Now let's see what this looks like with our Google glasses on. Alright, looks good. Now let's send this puppy out and collect that pink slip in the morning. I find it almost ironic how Google claims that their work environment fosters a healthy and safe space for ideas and creativity to flourish, yet they slam the hammer down on this one engineer that dares speak his mind.
Progressives used to say, I may disagree with what you say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. Not anymore.
And first, I think we do need to separate this between two different issues. One, the actual content of Damore's memo, and two, the firing of the employee for speaking his mind. They may seem interconnected, but they are up for debate. I mean, at least the first one is. So, by firing Damore without discussing the memo, I think Google is basically proving his point about showing the consequences of speaking out. Thanks inspirational teachers, books, and movies that teach everyone to speak out when something feels unjust. Look at the real-world consequences of that. That seems fair, right? Maybe we'll need a court to decide, but regardless of whatever political or philosophical side you stand on, his right to speak about it shouldn't be any different than, say, a woman going up to her boss about a stressful working environment, you know? But just to play devil's advocate, I would say what could be done is different what should be done. Google is a private entity and they may do as they please, especially if he is an at-will employee, which means they can terminate him at any time. But, bold font, they should know that by doing this, they are tainting the company name. Personally, I do feel that Damore's paper was incredibly articulate and worth analysis. Some parts I wanted him to explain a little bit more on, expand some more on, but I digress since I'm pretty sure that would have easily made it a 50-page paper. I'll put some links in the description down below for further reading, one of which will include his memo he sent out to Google. It's kind of scary though to think the future we're heading towards, boldly claiming inclusion and diversity but with little tiny asterisks and caveats. Of all companies, I did think that Google was one of the few that could and would make a stand against double standards. Of all the companies that could make a wave against the rest of the world, they could have and should have given this more thought before making a move against Damore. It seems like a penny in the pool, but if it's possible, I would contribute to his defense fees, and I do hope he finds justice in the courts, even though that's never really certain either.